What is up, Nerfers? My name is Jay, and in the spirit of the season, I really want to start out with a quick thank you. Thank you so much to Rob Blair for offering me the opportunity to become part of the Thunderdome network. I could not be more happy and more honored to be offered a position on your channel, and I hope I do you proud. So basically, just to start things off, I'm not really certain what I'm going to be doing as far as content-wise. I'm still kind of throwing ideas around in my head, but I did want to start out with kind of giving you guys a little bit of backstory about me, and like Rob says, tell your story, so here's me doing it. So personally, I didn't get into the Nerf game until I was maybe in high school. I remember receiving some blasters maybe junior year, sophomore year. I remember me and my friends begging my mother to take us to like a Walmart or a Target or something so we could get a Maverick and take it apart. And you know, you hear that story a million times. Everyone starts out on a Maverick and then they go from there. But I personally didn't really get into it until college. Now, in college, I found out one of the reasons I actually went to the particular college I went to was because they had a Nerf club. Don't tell my mother that. But yeah, that's basically the reason why I went there. She was all hopped up on the idea that there was a leadership minor, which I did end up getting. But, you know, that was just a, secondary option. The real motive was because there was a Nerf club, and that intrigued me so much. After going to a few meetings, kind of getting the feel for what the campus Nerf community was kind of like, I started doing some research, and that's when I discovered that the NIC was a thing. And I had no idea. So in my internet travels, I came to a bunch of realizations that this was kind of a worldwide community. So this whole idea, and most of you guys watching this already probably know this, but for those of you who may not, this whole, concept of taking these children's toys and modifying them so that they perform better isn't just the activity itself. There's this whole virtual world out there that everyone is kind of a part of. And so I stumbled on a few of, I think, Drax's videos, and I, watched his stuff and thought maybe I could replicate this. So I started doing some integrations. I started doing some paint jobs, kind of copying his style, copying the mods that he's done. And then, just kind of trying to make them my own a little bit. And then I guess I kind of came to a realization at some point that, you know what? I could make videos of this stuff and do pretty well at it. And so I started, and again, kind of copied the similar format to what I had been seeing. And then I kind of came to the realization that, I kind of need to brand myself. And that's when I decided to start, showing my face on camera and doing more crazy, weird stuff on camera and, not being afraid to put myself out there. And that's where things kind of took off a little bit more for me. As far as like going to wars and stuff, besides my local college campus wars, I didn't really experience too much besides that until maybe halfway through my college career when, I started hearing about like Rochester Foam Dart League and going to their events. And their events were, fun, but a little more tame, and the target demographic was a little bit under my age. So I hadn't quite found like the level of play that I wanted to experience until, I started attending other HVZ events. So my first actual experience with the NIC as far as like going to an actual event, and also my first HVZ, Humans versus Zombies, on a college campus, like legitimate event, was Nation versus Zombies. And it was a pretty good first time experience. I died very early on, and that actually has been a continuing theme throughout my history of playing HVZ, except for End War this past summer. End War, I made it to Final Stand, but that's mostly because me and Bobo were just wandering around looking for dossiers. But that's beside the point. Anyways, but yeah, then I started to travel. I started going places. I started meeting people from all over. I got connected with a bunch of people from around the world. And I really also have to thank Rob from Southern Brisbane Nerf Club. He's the one who actually was the first person to really reach out to me personally and kind of offer his advice and, you know, kind of help me along. So I really got to thank him for helping me out, and I hope he's doing well out there. But basically what I discovered through all of this was that there was a community. And what it comes down to is it's not about the blasters. It's not about the mods. It's not about who did what first. It's about connecting in such an interesting and unique way, making bonds and memories over a silly thing like a kid's toy that you've made shoot 200 feet per second. It's the sense of belonging and pride and community that I think we're all kind of looking for, and really that's what it comes down to. You know, this whole idea of wanting to belong is innately human. It's something we all feel, and it's something we can all kind of connect with. So if you're ever looking for a reason to join this hobby, if you're ever looking for a reason or the desire to belong, if you're looking for your people, we're here and we're waiting for you. And really, that's kind of one of the things I desperately needed because, to be completely honest, I suffer from anxiety and depression. I have ADHD, I have dysgraphia, I've, a whole laundry list of my own personal, shortcomings and mental disabilities and pitfalls and stuff like that. But I found this connection out here. I found a group of people that loves to have fun and loves to push each other and push the boundaries of what's possible, all while, most of the time not even being in the same, region as people. To be honest, I have friends that I've never actually met. There are people that I have not actually met in real life that I can consider my friends. And that's such a weird and surreal thing to be able to say and surreal thing to experience, but it's powerful and it helps. So yeah, that's basically my story in a nutshell. It's kind of the abridged version. There's a lot of, in between, and because of my depression, my anxiety, I do have trouble being consistent with creating content. Also, I'm just tired all the time. Growing up is not fun, and no one should have to do it. But again, I'm not entirely certain what I want to do as far as content-wise for this channel. I know I want to put stuff out here, and getting that notification from Rob saying that he wanted me on the Thunderdome network kind of got the gears turning for me again. I've been in a slump for a long time, so I do want to come back. I do want to bring you guys some unique and effective content. So keep a lookout. I'll be bringing more stuff to you eventually, I promise. Anyways, thank you for listening and watching. I appreciate it. I know this was a little bit rambly. I was just kind of spitballing, which is sort of what I do for most of my videos. I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants here. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Rob Lair, and thank you to all of my Nerf friends. I love you all, and I can't wait to Nerf with you again. Please feel free to check out any of the other videos that are on the Thunderdome Network channel. Please watch the Thunderdome documentary if you haven't yet. Please, I highly, highly recommend it. I'm even in it at one point. Anyways, I'm Jaynerf. Face your fears, live your dreams, and I will see you guys later.